So to begin, we have this big oversized maroon t-shirt that I got from Goodwill, and since I go to Virginia Tech, I thought the maroon was perfect and I thought it'd be great to do a DIY with. So we're going to do a bleach tie-dye, and I began by bunching it up and just tying it off a bunch of little small areas with rubber bands. Then I made a bleach and water mixture to put my shirt into, which ended up not being strong enough because I put way more water than bleach, but it still gave a little bit of an effect, but later on I did do it again. Also, right after rinsing the shirt, I threw it into the wash almost immediately. So this was my first run with the bleach on this maroon t-shirt, and while I do like how it's turned out so far, I think I'm going to add a little bit more bleach to it just so it has a more tie-dyed effect than what it has right now. I'd say this is definitely a little bit more subtle than I was wishing for, and I had never done this before, so it's obviously a little bit experimental. So hopefully the second time around we can get a little bit more of a lighter tie-dye effect. So here we go for round 2. I just did the exact same thing, but I added more bleach to the mixture and it ended up making it a lot lighter and more what I was expecting. And then I decided to crop it since it was so oversized, and I was able to repurpose the leftover fabric. The leftover fabric was actually a big enough piece for an appropriate size tube top, so I ended up just sewing the top of the fabric to make it a cleaner edge, and then I cut the fabric in half and made it so I was able to tie it. And will it stay up? I don't know. This next DIY is super simple, so I just found this green Tommy sweatshirt at a Goodwill, and I decided to crop it because it was a men's shirt, so it was a little bit long. All I did was draw where I wanted to cut it with a pencil because I don't trust myself with a Sharpie, and I cut along that line, and that's all there is to it. So these jeans I actually found at a thrift store for 50 cents, so I figured it was okay if I messed them up. So I basically started off by taping off the areas I did not want to get bleached.
The pants. Off the pants.
I then took my bleach and just poured it into the bucket and stuck the half that I wanted bleach in the bucket and just kind of let them sit there. I also didn't have gloves, so I took a plastic bag and kind of moved the bleach onto the pants with that, and I just did this until they were as covered as possible. Besides just manually applying the bleach to the pants with the plastic bag, I also kind of let them soak there at some points, and so overall the jeans were probably submerged in the bleach for about 20 to 25 minutes before I decided to rinse them. I then rinsed and washed the jeans, and this is how they turned out. They're a little uneven, but I honestly really love how they turned out. Let me make one thing clear, I am not a good sewer whatsoever. I did not follow any sort of pattern for this. I kind of just went with an idea that I thought would work. I've seen like variations of this, but I don't know if this is actually a foolproof way to make a skirt from a dress. But basically I just cut where I wanted the skirt to start, and I cut it a little bit higher than I was thinking because I knew I'd be folding over the fabric over the elastic. I then took the measured elastic from my waist and put it along the edge of the skirt, and then I folded over the fabric to cover the elastic waistband, and then I just sewed that in place so it would have a much cleaner edge. Honestly, for not knowing what I was doing literally at all, the skirt turned out pretty good. The stitches may fall in the wash, so I might not wash it, but for the most part, I like how it turned out. And finally, we have my favorite DIY that I did in this video. So it's just another bleached jeans, but I did a different pattern than I did the first time. So I started off by wetting the jeans. The last pair, I did not do this, but for these, I just decided to. So I was originally looking to do the same thing I did with the other jeans, coat one entire leg in bleach. But spraying the bleach with a paper towel did not work how I thought it would, so I ended up just doing a bunch of little spots and splatters with the bleach, and I used the paper towel to kind of spread it around and just make a really random pattern. And I actually loved how these turned out. It was really fun to just kind of place the bleach wherever I wanted it. I just did it all over one side of the leg, and I did on the opposite pocket on the back, as you will see later on in these clips. I just went around with the bleach for like 20 minutes, squirting in all different random places, and I think it turned out pretty cool. I haven't really seen something like this before. I'm sure it's been done, but I think it's a little bit of a twist on the typical half bleached pant leg. I think these pants turned into such a fun statement piece, and I can't wait to wear them in the fall because they are a bit of a thicker denim, and I think I would fry if I wore them right now. If you all enjoyed this video, make sure to subscribe and leave me a comment down below, and thank you so much for tuning in, and I will see you in the next video.